Patrick had finished assembling the sauce for their Friday spaghetti night when Justine came in. The smell filled their kitchen, as it did every time. It reminded him of Ingrid. She loved this kitchen, with the walls painted dark green and white cabinets. The old wooden table that was marked by years of being the center of his family's home stood in the center of the room. "How was your day?" Patrick asked as he set aside his memories to focus on his daughter. "Okay, I guess," she said as she dropped her bag in the corner. "Ms. Palins had chocolate chip cookies for snack today. Real ones, too. Did you bring me any?" "No, silly. We ate them all. Then we played Space Invaders," Justine said. "Space Invaders?" "Yeah, it's this dinosaur-age computer game. It's so old that it's kind of cool. I used to play that game." "Well, you see then? Miss Palins wanted me to ask you if you needed anything. I told her your usual answer." "Thanks." Patrick gave the sauce a stir, sending a waft of garlic and memories up. 2 years, and it still brought him to the edge of tears. "How was school?" "Oh, school." Patrick heard how his daughter's voice changed. "We did reading and math. We're starting a new book about a swan that has no voice. Ms. Hall was going to do Charlotte's Web, but she was afraid with Charlotte dying at the end that it would bring up issues." Brother, Patrick thought. They were still at that. Justine had no problem reading Charlotte's Web, weeping over the spider's death at the end. She cried every time she read the book. Well, it didn't bother her. All through the last 2 grades, her tears terrified her teachers. They had called him in a panic when Justine cried through "Are You My Mother?" She had tried to explain, and the minister had said it was okay. It didn't go over very well. "And Kelly?" he asked. "Kelly is just dealing with her depressed issues. I think it's repressed. Whatever, she's still a bully." Patrick sighed. He poured the noodles into the strainer and gave it a shake. He heard Justine setting the table behind him. "How was your day?" Justine asked. "Well, I got 1 client's report done, and the boss gave me 3 more to do." "What about Wanda?" "Wanda is nice, but she's just nice." "Oh, Dad, you're not getting any younger." "I'm not worried." Patrick wished a curse on the writers of all movies and books in which the grieving father miraculously found a new, true love by the end of the story. "She doesn't like spaghetti," Patrick said as he piled noodles on their plates. "So that's that." Justine came over and slopped sauce on the noodles and put shaky cheese on top. Patrick carried the plates over to the table. "Thanks for the food," Justine prayed, "and say hello to Mom for me." Amen. He twirled the spaghetti on his fork, while Justine tried to do the same. She managed a reasonable amount, but it fell off on the way to her mouth. "Oh, darn," she said. Then she sighed and picked up her knife to cut the spaghetti into manageable bits. "Do you miss Mom?" "Every day." "Me too." They finished their meal in companionable silence. Then Patrick washed dishes while Justine did her homework. "I could get you a desk for your room," Patrick said. "I like the kitchen table. It keeps me close to you." "And the fridge," he said. "And the fridge." She got up and helped herself to a glass of milk, then sat down with her book. Patrick smiled as memory and reality meshed. Ingrid had liked to work at the kitchen table as well. She'd have designs, fabric samples, and paint chips all over the table. For a moment, Justine's blonde head looked just like Ingrid's, and Patrick felt the pain of her loss like a dagger in his heart. "It happens to me too," Justine said. "I see her and think that she's come back." She came around the table and hugged him tight. He hugged her back and thought she had her mother's empathy too. There were many times that Ingrid had seemed to know exactly what he was thinking.